We're at episode 6. I'm going to name this one the 2024 Offseason Interview.
Okay.
Taking 10 teams and their off-season moves, acquisitions, trades, so what have you, and rate if it makes the team better, that's it, or if it makes them worse.
I think there's one team that got worse.
Yeah.
I'll agree that. I like it. I'm not going to let you play Homer this week, though.
Okay.
So, first thing we have on this list here, very nicely typed out and double-spaced by yours truly,
Thank you.
is one Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Phillies.
You're a Phillies fan, though, today. We're in a Phillies house.
I am a Phillies fan.
We respect it.
But remember,
If you ever wore that in Yankee Stadium, you get shot.
no, that's not true. I'd just be told that
I was cursed out in a Phillies jersey in Yankee Stadium.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to say that you got called a glizzy gobbler and a cheesesteak-loving slur.
Yes.
Yeah. I love New York. Additions that the Phillies made this year. Jesus Luzardo,
Great pick.
Max Kepler,
Okay.
and Romano. It was Jordan, right?
Jordan Romano, yes. Their new closing pitcher, even though they're kind of doing closer by committee, Philly doesn't set a specific closer.
Which they should, because, all of the good teams do. And this is why you guys have to be in a World Series.
Should be Jose Alvarado the way he's pitching right now, but, it's fine.
You lost Hoffman, Carlos Estevez, Turnbull.
That's
That's
terrible.
I forgot about that. And Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes.
I think Kepler's the upgrade over Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes didn't do anything for us because he was injured. He had the kidney infection and missed half of the season.
I'm not sure. I think he got a little better. The Phillies got a little better. Not leaps and bounds.
No, I don't think they took the massive jump. They didn't go out and get their big name outfielders that were out there.
I really, really, really hoped they were going to get Tony Taters.
It would have been good.
But
we got a Max Kepler. He is the Austin Hayes replacement.
I think the big thing for you that solidifies that as an upgrade
Is Luzardo.
is Jesus Luzardo.
Yes.
I think that's a fantastic 5 pitcher.
But that's the upgrade. But then as a Phillies fan, even coming from a Phillies fan, it's a downgrade in the bullpen because you lost Estevez, added Hoffman, and you added Jordan Romano.
Yes.
So you lost 2. It was 2 for 1.
But Jordan Romano still.
Good, yeah. He's had some bad. Last season he struggled a little bit in Toronto, which is why Toronto didn't bring him back. They literally swapped. Jeff Hoffman's now in Toronto, and
I think that Romano is a coverage for. It's the same as Estevez, I would say.
I just gave up a lot for him at the deadline, so it sits with me and it hurts.
But I digress. So, since I'm the resident biased Yankees fan, I'm not going to take him.
Give me this.
Take our list.
All right.
And educate.
One of the biggest off seasons by any team this year. The New York Yankees. You lost a lot.
Did we, though?
You went out and you said, you know what? We're not going out the same way we did last year. We are completely changing this team.
That
You lost the biggest player in free agency in Juan Soto. Granted, whether you like him or not, I'm a Phillies fan, so obviously I don't like him because now he's on the Mets. I got to see him all the time. He's still a top 5 hitter in the game.
you get 18 games of Juan Soto. Have fun.
You lost Nasty Nestor, which, he was a fan favorite after he pitched game 1 for the season. Doesn't really seem like a loss.
After that opening bid, looks like he was already in World Series horn.
Yes.
So
You lost Gleyber Torres.
that's a traffic cone. I think a traffic cone.
He's doing good for the Tigers, man.
But I still think a traffic cone would be better in the hole at second base.
Clay Holmes, I don't really think that's a loss. I kind of love that the Mets have Clay Holmes now, especially as a starting pitcher.
It's great.
You lost Anthony Rizzo, but he didn't do much. Verdugo really didn't do anything. Trevino.
I like the catching depth that we had with Trevino.
It was good.
Winner.
Yeah. Now just have Austin Wells, basically.
Hey, man. Austin Wells batting leadoff. Mashing.
Yeah.
Mashing.
But with your additions, you added Max Fried, Paul Goldschmidt, Cody Bellinger, and made the trade to lock down the back of your rotation, replacing Clay Holmes with one of the top closing pitchers in the game, in Devin Williams.
Arguably top 3.
I could argue that.
I think we did have this argument last week, actually.
So if we're to break it down, Max Fried over Nasty Nestor. Goldschmidt and Rizzo, that's one or the other.
That's you traded a left-handed hitter for a right-handed first base. It's a
Soto, Bellinger is the biggest difference. Soto's up here. Bellinger's not all the way at the bottom, but he's kind of like, I mean, he's there.
Belly's still above league average.
He's above league average, but he's not Soto.
I mean, did you see my man's hit the longest home run of his career?
He did.
On, what was that, Friday or Saturday? I don't remember.
Well, that's what happens when you use these new bats.
I'm not getting into torpedo bats.
Just saying.
Maybe in a couple.
And then Devin Williams over Clay Holmes. So if we're to break it down, Devin Williams was the upgrade. Bellinger, downgrade. Goldschmidt, about the same. Max Fried, upgrade. So I'd give you, yes, it is the better offseason.
The team that sits in that dugout now
is better than last season.
Is better than last season's team.
That's what I'm giving.
Okay. I'm glad that
even with the massive loss of Soto, the team as a whole is better than it was last year.
I'm glad that the biased Yankee fan is being justified. Yeah. Now, speaking of biased Yankee fan, the New York Mets. One, Stephen Cohen. Big time. Big time. Off.
He just right in the table.
Let's just right out. Let it right out. You added arguably the $1 billion DH.
He will be a DH.
He will be a DH, and TikTok's going to get a little pissed off. Whatever. Still top 5 hitter in baseball.
Hits.
Still a great hitter. And I'm not going to be that salty Yankee fan.
But they say you are.
Yeah, well, they can. Little do they know. It was you reminding everybody the whole time. Is he a game changer for that?
I think if he has enough protection around him, he can be.
But he doesn't.
But then this is where all the Mets fans got pissed off.
This is true, yeah. Have you seen Mark Vientos? Have you seen Mark Vientos? We're coming into his first full year.
Yeah.
We'll see if he stays healthy. You picked up Clay Holmes.
As a starter.
He
went 4 innings his first start. 4.2. No.
That's my reaction to that is, AJ Minter, okay. Another starter, and failed the Yankees project, Frankie Montas.
This is their rotation, man.
Their rotation is not good.
Their rotation got worse.
It did. And then we'll get into that in just a second, because you added Jose Siri.
You did add Siri.
Okay, that's good. But to play into your argument here, and arguably the starting pitching getting worse, you lost Sevy.
You did lose Sevy to the Athletics.
To Oakland.
And not Oakland anymore.
Oh, that's my bad. Sacramento, my bad. Whatever. Jose Iglesias, Mr. OMG himself.
Yes.
Rough loss.
Very, very rough.
Again, another
Yankees lockout.
Yankee experiment in Harrison Bader.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Good dude.
Great dude. I was excited, and then
I think Harrison Bader's a better fielder than Juan Soto. Fielder, not bad.
You just pissed off all of TikTok.
Yeah, I did.
Right there. All of Mets talk is about to have your head on a pike.
I guarantee you, and probably not based off the bat, their fielding percentages, Harrison Bader's definitely.
You want to know what's funny?
Huh.
I agree. And JD Martinez. Is that a loss?
I don't think JD Martinez is on a team.
I don't think he's on a team either.
Yeah. It's just another power bat.
as an overall grade, arguably, I think they did get better.
They did.
You can't knock picking up Juan Soto.
No, you can't.
For 15 years, I could argue that's quite a large amount of time.
But they also got better for worse.
But I mean, the lineup does have protection now.
It does.
We'll see how Vientos does. Let's see how. Why can't I think of the shortstop now?
Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor. Yes, one Lindy. That's my bad. See, I don't catch. I don't think that that's enough protection for Juan Soto, where he had Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton.
Yes.
There's a dramatic difference here. And I think that it's either going to take the Mets and Juan Soto it's going to take him taking a gigantic leap forward.
Yes.
To
push that team.
100%, yes.
So overall grade, yes, they got
slightly better because your pitching got significantly.
Yes.
So.
All right. So I'm moving into team number 4. Not a lot of moves.
But significant.
But significant with the moves that were made. The Arizona Diamondbacks. They lost a lot, but their additions were also significant.
Yeah, and one of them is still really weird to me.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird.
We talked about this the other day.
We did talk about this.
They lost Christian Walker.
Damn Astros.
They lost Jock Peterson.
He's in Texas now, isn't he?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Still going to win the division. I digress.
Paul Sewald, thank God, he gave me nightmares.
That's
2023.
That's 2023 PTSD.
2023 PTSD, man. That arm slot, no. Thank God he's gone. Josh Bell, been in the league forever. I think he's back in Washington now.
I couldn't even tell you.
So the big loss is there, in my opinion, were Christian Walker, Paul Sewald.
100%.
They added Josh Naylor as Christian Walker's replacement.
So weird. It's still so weird.
It's weird, but I like it.
I like it too, but it's still just weird to me to see one of the Naylor brothers in a Diamondbacks unit. Not Cleveland anymore.
And they got their ace.
They did.
They paid Corbin Burns to be their ace.
This one made me upset.
I like it though.
I mean, I like it too because
their rotation's great.
I don't have to see him. Maybe once a year.
And they just paid Brandon Pfaadt.
They did just pay Brandon Pfaadt. I genuinely think they end up as a top 3 pitching rotation in baseball.
Yeah.
So
I say they definitely got better. Because Christian Walker's a loss. They added Josh Naylor, but the Corbin Burns just elevates them so much.
I think that, but the way Christian Walker's looking so far, I mean, granted, it's only been
the first week,
spring and week. It kind of looks like it's even.
Yeah.
Like an even move for Naylor. I like it. I think they 100% got better.
Yeah.
But, oh, man, I just saw the next team on this list. You did this on purpose.
Maybe.
Oh,
I talked about this team a lot. So
you did talk about this team a lot.
We're going to turn your bias off. You want to not be a salty Yankees fan?
Not be a salty bias Yankees fan. Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
God, that team gross, huh?
Yeah, dude. When you look at it on paper of the moves they did.
I want to cover the losses first.
Okay.
Because one of them, I think, hurts them a little bit. In Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill was the big loss for him.
I think that's a very sizable bat to lose, especially with the way that Rafi is struggling.
And especially where he went. That's just a stab in the back.
It is. Kenley Jansen?
Yeah.
He's on the Angels now.
It's like 50 years old.
He's like 200.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's not even on the Dodgers.
He's end up in the Hall of Fame.
He will.
But I digress. And a man that got paid by the Padres, Nick Pivetta.
He pitched yesterday, and he pitched great.
I like Pivetta. I respect
Former Philly
Nick Pivetta.
Didn't do shit with the Phillies.
additions. Walker Buehler.
I like it.
That's a big change off from Avetta.
I can't believe Bueller actually left it.
I can't believe it either. The trader himself, Aroldis Chapman.
Which depends what you get out of him.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
He could be wild and not throw a single strike, or you could get prime Aroldis Chapman where everything's touching 101.
Yeah. Patrick Sandoval.
Okay.
And then, just the two biggest offseason moves outside of Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet, perennial Cy Young winner. Damn. And the cheater, Alex Bregman,
Who is now the third baseman.
who is now the everyday third baseman. I'm salty because it's not my team.
They got
really good.
That's why, as covered in the previous episode, that's why I think Core is winning manager of the year.
They got really good.
That team's
I still think they trade Devers, but
maybe. It's all going to depend what happens.
that team's gross.